First up, our continuing coverage of Letecia Stauch case. A letter she wrote to the judge, unsealed today, with new insight as to why she made the decision to represent herself in court. She's accused, of course, of killing her 11-year-old stepson, Gannon, at their home in Lorson Ranch more than a year ago. Our Colette Bordelon spoke with legal experts today who call this letter a sort of preview for what Stauch's arguments could look like in court.
We first heard about this letter just a few weeks ago before it was made public. The prosecution hadn't even seen it yet. In it, Stauch says she's not mentally well, calls this a wrongful incarceration, and claims her defense team was, quote, in cahoots with the prosecution.
She's really placed the judge in a tough situation.
In 4 handwritten pages sent to Judge Gregory Werner.
I'm not saying what she's saying is not accurate. I'm just saying that it is certainly not fact at this point in time.
Letecia Stauch, the woman accused of killing her 11-year-old stepson, Gannon Stauch, laid out her reasoning for representing herself.
There's just kind of this flow in and out of what's making sense and stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Some of her claims she's not mentally well, suffering from bouts of insanity.
Right back to whether or not she is going to be mentally competent to represent herself.
But maintains her innocence.
She knows the audience she's writing to, and I'm not surprised by that at all.
Written in February from inside the El Paso County Jail after she had been found competent to stand trial for the second time. The letter has a lot in it, including evidence she wanted preserved, GameStop footage, finding a Texas police officer, and getting a cruise passenger list. She said before she has 2 critical pieces of evidence that will clear her name.
And I don't think that this letter gives me, anyway, any more confidence that she's really the right person who should be representing herself.
At her last hearing, after the judge had read this letter, he asked her again if the claims about the jail hindering her access to her attorneys would have changed her mind about self-representation. Stauch firmly said once more she wants to represent herself, despite the letter alluding to significant mental health issues.
She can't say on one hand that I don't trust anybody else in the system, and therefore I'm going to represent myself. But by the way, I don't know that I'm doing a very good job of it either.
At Stauch's last hearing, prosecutors said they plan on calling witnesses from the FBI during her preliminary hearing, set to start on May 20th. They have to have a list of those names drawn up by the end of this month so that Stauch can review them. Always watching out for you, El Paso County. Colette Bordelon, News 5.
Colette, thanks.